there, the name's Josh, and I've been making these crappy videos for over a year. My god, when I started this channel back in last May, my setup included an old clunker of a laptop and a microphone from a WiiWare Disney sing-along game. Now, I use a new, slightly less clunker of a laptop and what's known around the world as the cheapest microphone you can get without sacrificing much quality. Except instead of this nice mic stand, I use the bottom half of a Dr. Pepper bottle. Such an improvement, I know. After these painful 365 days, my subscriber count has gone from 7 to well over 4,300. And in that time, I've learned and improved so much as a creator. Not enough to keep more than 90 of you coming back every video, apparently, but let's not talk about that. I've got some big things cooking for this channel currently, and I'm excited to share them with you. But for now, it's your turn to take the mic. I sent out a community post a while ago asking for any questions you may have about me or my video making process. You guys definitely delivered, and by golly, I'm gonna give some answers. So here we go. Also, I really don't have a lot of stuff to put on screen for some parts, so random game footage, here I come. Ryzan Music asks, 1. What has been your biggest lesson in making YouTube videos so far? And 2. When are we going to see more Ryzan music in your videos? For your first question, it's definitely how to do quality editing consistently. Learning how to use things like keyframes and various filters helped add this sort of polish to my later videos that I wish was there from the start. As an example, compare the editing in the first FNAF lore video to the second. Or maybe the Chaos King mashup to the World Revolving mashup. I kinda went all out for the editing of that one. For the second, I do have a few plans, so he may be showing up sooner or later. Who knows? Ducks Are Amazing coming in with the real hard hitter. What's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor? Hard to say since I've only ever had these two, but out of the two I've had, strawberry easily beats s'mores. William Afton asks, who was your first subscriber? No clue! It was over half a decade ago when I first started making things, if not longer. Clara Lynn asks, what's inspired you to start making videos? Great question, Clara. Here comes a bad answer. The reason I first had behind making these videos was just because I was bored in quarantine, and had gotten a bunch of compliments on my voice at the time. I had also been doing a lot of stuff for school projects and off YouTube cover groups that required teaching myself how to use things like Audacity, so I already had a tiny bit of experience on the audio editing front. To be honest, I had always had that thought in the back of my head of, I remember failing at YouTube when I was a stupid kid, I should try it again. But this series of random coincidences is what actually pushed me to dip my toes back into the content creator pool. Beepity Boop and Eddie's Roblox both come in with similar questions, so I'll group them both into one. How long does it usually take to make a video, and how do you make your videos? It really depends on what I'm making. I've kind of established myself as a variety channel at this point, so the amount of time and effort used varies extremely. Let's quickly rattle through my different kinds of videos and how they're made, shall we? Let's Plays. I find a game I want to play, and I either grab a friend or boot it up alone. From there, I use OBS Studios to capture my screen and voice. Once I'm done playing for like half an hour, I take that raw footage file and slap it into the shortcut editing software. Don't use this software unless you're really poor or really cheap. It's bad, clunky, unreliable with files, and so damn slow. But hey, it's free. Anyways, I edit out all of the pre-game and post-game bits as well as any boring quiet parts and export the finished video. The recording and editing process put together usually take an hour or two, depending on the length of the video. Drawing the thumbnail usually takes at least an hour. Song covers. First, I find a song I want to cover. I check if there are any instrumental tracks for it. If not, I throw that sucker through vocalremover.org and get to work singing over it. Then, I make the art needed to go along with the song. Once it's all done, I put the audio under the video and ship it out. The whole process usually takes a couple hours at least. Original lyrics. Something I haven't done in a while, but I promise is making a comeback very soon. Writing lyrics could take hours, could take days, could take weeks. It really depends on how creative I'm feeling that day, how much time I have to squeeze those creative juices out, and how lyric-friendly the song is. But once I've got the lyrics on paper, I either record all the vocals myself, or record a demo track and send it off to other singers. Then I get the art and game footage, mix them all together, throw some captions on there, and we're done. So, at the very least, this process takes a few days, at most a month or two. Video essays. These bastards definitely take the longest. Even if they're short, it takes a couple days to do research, write a script, finalize, and record it, a few more days getting all the assets and visuals I need, whether it be from the internet or drawing them myself, and a couple days to edit it all together. And any of these bits could span up to a week or two depending on the size of the video. If I really pushed myself and didn't give myself any free time or breaks or talk to my friends at all, I'd probably be able to shoot out constant big video essays like once every 2 weeks, but I don't want to do that. It would hurt, and I'd run out of topics really quickly. So, I hope that gives you insight into what goes into these videos. Back to the Q&A. Gianni Tamaro I'm sorry if I butchered that name, asks, favorite game or movie? It's a real tough one, but my favorite game would definitely have to be a three-way tie between the Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, Undertale, and Hades. All amazing indie games I'd highly recommend to anyone for one reason or another. Favorite movie though? The Princess Bride. Although I do enjoy some Prince of Egypt. Favorite Villains of July / Romance of February from Chloe the Potato? Well, I do love all of these songs and my takes on them, and as hard it is to choose, be prepared for Villains and Can You Feel the Love Tonight for Romance. The quality of Be Prepared I still think holds up fairly well to my usual stuff. There are definitely some things here and there that I would do differently or just not do, but I still think I did fairly well on that one. And Can You Feel the Love Tonight is just such a good song, and I got so many good, talented people. Not saying that any of the other people who showed up in different songs weren't talented. Everyone was so talented, but like the mixing came out so well and everything came out great, and I'm just proud of that one. Oh My for Chris YT asks, what's your impressions on your lowest performing video? I actually didn't know what my lowest performing vid was until I went and checked, and when I did, I had completely forgotten I made it. So, I guess that tells you everything. My reading of Poe's The Raven was just way too out there compared to what I was putting up at the time. I think I did a fairly decent job, but yeah, I totally get why I was overlooked. Cameo Sweets asks, top 3 favorite voices you can do? It was super tough to just settle on 3, but I think I got them.
First, we got Funtime Foxy. I just get to be loud, obnoxious, and just have some fun with it. On guard!
Then we've got Papyrus. Similar to the loud obnoxiousness of Foxy, but I get to do a fun, goofy accent.
Finally, we just got any voice that just lets me bring my range low and smooth it out. Hey, how are you doing, audience? You look great tonight. Did you do something with your hair? It looks good. Honorable mentions include Cowboy Voice, Pirate Voice, Russian Man, and Damien fucking LaVey, baby! One Traps asks, would you collab with a small channel or a big one? Depends on the channel. My policy with collabing with people is almost always one of 2 rules, but it's usually both. 1, both people need to enjoy or at least know of each other's content. Or 2, we're friends beforehand and one of us is calling in a favor. That being said, if some massive channel I know is huge but I don't really watch, like Mr. Beast or Dream, approaches me, then of course I'm going to take that opportunity. The Late 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 Show with Ian Walker asks, how would you conquer the Earth and who would you do it with? How would you know? I mean, I'd conquer the world with kindness, not with any sort of mind control through YouTube videos. Kindness and friendship. With my friends and family at my side, I'll be the Overlord, best friend of the whole world. Anyway, Unsafer Silver 83 asks, what has been your favorite video to make so far? So far, I guess I'd have to say the first FNAF lore video. Nowadays, I have a love-hate relationship with that video. I'm bitter over the fact that it's the only thing to ever get attention here, but at the same time, I'm grateful it blew up at all. But at the time, I definitely had the most fun doing all the research, learning new things as well as solidifying the knowledge I had, finding fun little Easter eggs to put in, like my suit changing based on the game we're talking about, and more. And finally, Potato Goddess 787 comes in with the most important question of all. Why? Because I can, and you can't stop me. Thanks for watching the video. Bye! But her actual question was, any hobbies outside of YouTube? Not really. Luckily, I've been able to find a way to put most of, if not all of my hobbies and interests into what I do here. Singing, drawing, voice acting, writing scripts, playing video games, etc. And that's something I'll always be thankful for. And speaking of thankfulness, my god, you guys are one hell of an audience. I want to thank you all for putting up with me to the end, as well as sticking around with the channel in general. Whether you're here from the beginning, hopped aboard along the way, or watching this years into the future, thank you. It's been a shit show of a year, but I'm glad I could spend it with all of you. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you next video. Bye-bye!